In this problem, we're told two charged dust particles exert a force of 3.2 times 10 to the minus 2 newtons on each other. What will be the force if they are moved so that they are only 1/8 as far apart? Right, so they give us this force, and basically we're trying to find the force if they are moved so they're only 1/8 as far apart. Right, so imagine this is their distance, right? This is them before, and so what we're going to call this is r. So I'm just going to say 1r. And so what we do here is we're moving them 1/8 as far apart, right? So this isn't going to be to scale, but basically it's going to be 1/8 r, right? Because this is r and we're moving it 1/8, so 1/8 r. And so what we're trying to do is find the force if we shrink it to this distance. So the way we're going to see how this works is just by using Coulomb's law, right? So F equals K times Q1 times Q2 over r squared, right? So this is the equation, right, if this is r, right? So imagine this is equal to this. But what we're going to do is now plug in 1/8 r, because instead of it just being r, it's 1/8 of it, right? So F is going to be equal to K times Q1 times Q2 over 1/8 r squared, right? So 1/8 r, now we plug it in, what happens? So 1/8 squared is 1 over 64, and then it's just become r squared. So really, it's just 1 over 64 times r squared. And so what we can do is, since we're dividing by a fraction, you just multiply by the reciprocal of this. So multiply by 64. So essentially, it's just going to be F equals 64 times K times Q1, right, times Q1 times Q2 over r squared. And what do you notice, right? So basically, it's just 64 times F, right? Because this is what F is. F equals K times Q1 times Q2 over r squared. So basically, it's just 64 times F. F is this, right? F is 3.2 times 10 to the minus 2. So basically, just multiplies it by 64. So all we have to do is just multiply whatever force they gave us, which was 3.2 times 10 to the minus 2 newtons, and we're multiplying it by 64, right? Because it's 64 times is greater. So multiplying this by 64, we're going to get that it equals, right? So just plug it in, 3.2 times 10 to the minus 2 times 64. And when you do this, you'll get 2.048. So you can just round to 2. So it's going to be equal to about 2 newtons. All right, because we measure force in newtons. So 2 newtons. But yeah, so that's going to be the answer to this problem.